welcome head coach Todd Kiley in his first home game as a Franklin Panther. Good evening, Franklin! And welcome to tonight's game between the visiting Brockton Boxers and your Franklin Panthers. This contest is being conducted in accordance to the rules and regulations of the MIAA. Participating students, athletes, coaches, and contest officials have worked hard to prepare for this competition. Please show your appreciation by demonstrating good sportsmanship and respect for all in attendance. Ensure that your behaviors reflect the values that should be identified with these student athletes. Assume responsibility for your behavior and those behavior around you. If you require assistance, please call upon the MIAA or school or a security official. As a reminder, for the safety of everyone in attendance, only players, coaches, and official game personnel are allowed on the surface at any time. This includes during breaks, at halftime, before and after the game. We thank you for your cooperation.
Hello, Franklin sports fans, and welcome to Franklin High School Piscini Field for the first home game of the regular season for your Franklin varsity football team. Franklin facing off against the visiting Brockton Boxers. And while you viewers at home can't see this from where you are, we have a packed crowd here.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Franklin side of the field, these bleachers are loaded.
Ladies and gentlemen,
with
the Franklin
both
Gridiron Club would like to take a moment to honor the
Franklin student section, which is very big, takes up nearly half of the bleachers under us.
Peter was a 1976 graduate of Franklin High School and served as captain of the football
And then we've got the Franklin High School pep band on to our left.
The school record for the most rushing yards in a single game, 222. The record was broken by Matt Gula in 2021. Peter went on to play football at Brown University, graduating in 1980. Peter's priorities in life were his family, his friends, and his faith. As a local businessman and resident, he was a pillar in the Franklin community, serving on a number of boards and organizations. His dedication to the town of Franklin was unparalleled. Also important to Peter was his love of Franklin football. He served as president of the Franklin Gridiron Club and was the founder of the Gridiron Club Alumni Association. He coached all three of his sons in Pop Warner, and all three of his boys went on to play here at Franklin High School. Many members of Peter's family are here in attendance tonight. We thank them for coming. Thank Peter for all his contributions to Franklin football and to Franklin community. He will greatly be missed. Ladies and gentlemen, the Franklin High School varsity football team stands in the number 11 formation during the playing of our national anthem to honor their former teammate, Anthony Gates.
You folks at home are hearing the voice of Franklin Sports' Kevin Papa.
By the Franklin High School pep band. Tonight, the Star Spangled Banner will be conducted by senior drum majors.
And we're going to take a little break here for the national anthem.
Let's hear for the Franklin Pep Band.
So the pep band, led by middle school band director Nicole Wright. She's also got Franklin High band director Leanne Rudson in tow.
Are you ready for some football?
And we are about to get underway here at Franklin High School. Franklin comes into this game with a record of 1-1, having lost their first game to Central Catholic by a score of 21-14. A tight game right there, but Central Catholic able to keep them at bay in the last couple of minutes of that game. And then Franklin was on the road again last week to Waukegan Regional High School, where they won that game by a blowout score of 36-0. Brockton comes into this game with a record of 0-1. Franklin running this ball down. They get past the 40, past the 50. Right off the bat. Wow. And just like that.
Alex Weber on a 98-yard touchdown return.
Just like that.
There is some laundry on the
Franklin scores their first touchdown of the game only 19 seconds into the first quarter. Wow. Well, that was an incredible way for the Panthers to start off their game here against Brockton.
Dead ball and sportsmanlike.
I'm not entirely sure what else to say there. Wow.
Touchdown is good for Alex Weber. Extra point pending. The time to be picked off on the kick.
So apparently there might have been some question as to whether or not that touchdown was valid, and nonetheless it stays valid. So Franklin going for a potential extra point here. Franklin goes for the extra point, and it's good.
And with 19 seconds into the game,
so only 19 seconds into this game, Franklin receives the first ball of the game, and they bring it back with a 98-yard return there that puts Franklin on top 7-0. Wow. So what I was going to say about the Brockton Boxers is that they started their season only last week, playing against Barnstable High School, which they lost by a score of 10-7. So 0-1 for the Boxers, 1-1 for the Panthers. So we'll see what happens as Franklin gets ready to punt this ball.
Owen Essen lining up to kick. Looks like Jared Mighty on the return for Brockton.
You'll be able to hear the voice of Franklin Sports Kevin Papa on the PA throughout the game. Here we go. And that's a big boot that goes nearly to the 25-yard line. And Franklin able to bring Brockton down at about the 29.
Brockton takes over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Sounds like it's going to be marked at the 30, so that's where we'll be. So as Brockton gets ready for its first possession here. And here we go. We're going to start off with a carry here. Franklin able to stop them pretty quickly. That carry was given to number 21, Luke Turco.
Toledo gives to number 21, Luke Turco, tackled by, looked like number 8, Julian Rampino.
So Brockton will have about 3 yards to go. Second down. And he might have gotten it with that one.
Turco again up the middle, picks up a few, tackled by a
And I believe that play was to... I didn't quite get the team number, but... So it's actually going to be 3rd down. Yeah, I misread the scoreboard earlier as to how many more yards Brockton had to go. But here, looks like they're going to force themselves into gaining the 4th. They pick up the yards required and get 1st down and 10 at the 45. So kudos to them for pushing off the Franklin defense. And another carry. And that one again going to number 21, Luke Turco.
Turco will run out to across midfield and to the 48-yard line of the Panthers.
So it's going to be 2nd down. Second and 3.
Second and 4.
Foxborough ready, and this time they're going to go for a pass. And number 14, Marco Semedo, Marcio Semedo, I should say. The quarterback for Brockton decides to run that one.
Picks up about 3, but there's a flag on the play.
But there is a flag on the play.
It'll give Brockton a 1st down.
So that penalty is going to be against the Panthers. So that's going to be an automatic 1st down for Brockton. So 1st and 10 on Franklin's 30. Semedo passes it off. And that one looks like it was passed on to Christian Flaherty, number 22 for Brockton.
Rampino on the tackle. It looked like number 22, Christian Flaherty on the carry. Pick up a 2
so
on
it's
the
going to
play.
be 2. They do pick up 2. Brockton does pick up 2 on that play, so it's going to be 2nd and 8. Brockton making slow but steady progress here. And here we go. Another carry. This time it's going to be handed off to number 26, Micah Besa. We're going to get a few more yards out of that one. So it's going to be 3rd down and 4.
Picked up a few. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 4.
You got a bit of a miss coming in here at Franklin High School. Thankfully not enough for a downpour. And this carry is going to be handed off to number 20, Micah Besa, and he's going to be taken down. before he gets to the line of scrimmage, so that's going to be a loss of 2. It's going to be 4th down and 6. So it looks like Brockton is going to try to go for it here, even with the loss of 2 on the previous play. And here we go. Nice throw right there, and Brockton able to gain back the extra yardage and get the first down.
Pass is complete to Deshaun Hout. That would be enough for a first down. There is laundry on the carpet.
Ooh, and a flag there on the play.
Eligible man down.
Ooh, this is going to be a penalty on Brockton this time.
It'll be about 4th and 10.
So that first down is going to be recalled, and they're going to replay 4th down, and this time Brockton will be back an additional 4 yards, so it's going to be 4th down and 10. And considering the field position that Brockton's in, more than likely they're going to try to go for it. So they can't really do much with a the punt here.
Let's hear it for your defense. Oh, we got a timeout, Brockton.
It's going to be a timeout for Brockton as they try to figure out what to do here. We thank you viewers at home for tuning into this game on Franklin Pride TV, both on cable and on YouTube. We've got about 6 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Franklin ahead 7-0 after a very uproarious first 19 seconds of this quarter. Franklin was first to receive the ball, and as a result of that punt, they were able to open that play wide open and score a 99-yard return. Scoring a touchdown and putting Franklin on top 7-0 against the Brockton Boxers. So we've got a few more seconds left to go as Brockton tries to finalize their plans for this 4th and 10.
Coming back in from the timeout. 4th and 10 situation here. Let's hear it for the defense. Come on, you can be louder.
Calvin Papa egging on Franklin's audience to support their defense. Ooh, that ball is almost intercepted, but Brockton does complete that pass. That one's going to be passed on to number 9.
That's enough for a Brockton first down. It'll be first.
And number 9 is Ramel Johnson. So a great play there by Brockton. They're able to regain the 1st and 10. After a couple of penalties sent them back a few extra yards, more than they would have liked, but they do have a 1st and 10 now. Now the carry. And Brockton's going to get a few yards out of that one. Only a few yards there, so it's going to be 2nd and 6.
Yeah, I see the rain flying.
And again, Brockton's strategy here has been slow but steady progress here. So that's what we've been seeing ever since Franklin scored their touchdown. 5.5 minutes left to go in the first period. First quarter. Brockton tries running it in.
Takes it around the corner for an 8-yard touchdown.
And it's going to be a touchdown for Brockton. This was number 21, Luke Turco, running that one in. And with that play, Brockton gets themselves on the board. Score is now 7-6 in favor of the Panthers. Extra point for Brockton coming up. And Brockton has their pep band playing on the opposite side of the field. And the extra point is good.
And with 5:20 left to play in the first quarter.
So with that play, Brockton ties it up at 7. So 7-all between Franklin and Brockton. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And you viewers at home may be able to see the Brockton spectators on the opposite side of the field behind the Brockton bench, enjoying having a little dance to the music that their pep band is playing. So it continues to be a light mist here. Thankfully, it hasn't been too heavy duty, so. Which won't make it difficult for the game to continue on.
Silva on the kick.
So Brockton getting ready for their kick. And a big one they've given. Franklin picks that up at the 5-yard line. They start running, but unfortunately they're not going to get nearly as far as they were able to on their first punt return, which was an incredible run for the Panthers to start this game off with. But this time they're going to get roughly
20-yard line to the 24-yard line. Franklin will take over 1st and 10.
So they went from the 5 roughly to the 24. So almost 20 yards out of that play.
Led by number 12, Justin Bianchetta.
So Franklin getting ready for their first play. And here we go. This is gonna be a fake, and a nice fake at that.
Bianchetta driven out of bounds.
That play is going to be made by
11 yards.
Justin Bianchetta, the quarterback.
We're going to have to work on that, guys.
And with that play, Bianchetta winds up scoring a 1st and 10 for the Panthers. So 1st and 10 at the 35. Bianchetta gets the ball. This time he does pass it. Ooh, he doesn't pass. They totally confused me there. As the receiver
Bianchetta, a little dump pass to Jack Fairweather.
Is number 35. And I believe that was Chaz Cormier-Ledger there.
Jack Fairweather on the reception, picks up 12 on the play.
So that play is going to be enough again for a Franklin 1st down, this time on the 49. So Franklin about to cross the halfway point of this field here. This is another carry. This time
about 3 on the play.
Might have gotten the team member for the last receiver wrong there. I'm not entirely sure yet, but nonetheless, Franklin 2nd and 8 here Bianchetto, nice pass right there. Franklin able to score some more forward progression there.
Complete for 8 yards, and that's enough for Franklin.
Franklin again has enough for a Franklin first down here. This time they are on Brockton's 40-yard line.
Franklin ball on the 40-yard line of Brockton, 3:20 and kicking.
So Franklin making some slow but steady progress of their own here. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Bianchetto gets the ball. He throws it off to Kyle Walsh, and Walsh is going to be brought out of bounds by the Brockton defense.
To the 35-yard line. Bring up
and the ball will be marked at the 35. So it'll be 2nd and 5 here for the Panthers. So Franklin's student section cheering on their team as Franklin gets ready for 2nd and 5 here. Another carry. This one to Andrew Frollo,
picks up 4 on the play. It's going to be 3rd
who was a standout player during the previous match for the Panthers. He and Bianchetto had a number of plays against Wachusett Regional. So, and they're continuing on with that combination here today. Third and 1. 2:20 left to go in the first quarter. And here we go. Frollo again making some forward progress here.
Frollo goes for 6, and that's enough for Franklin.
And according to Kevin Papa, Frollo scores another 6 yards off of that play, and that's going to be enough for a Franklin first down. So Franklin with some slow and steady progress of their own here as we are past the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. This one's going to be passed on again to number 9, Cole Sidwell.
Cole Sidwell on the carry. 10 yards and a Franklin.
So a carry right there by Sid is going to be, again, enough for a Franklin first down.
Let's get loud, guys. Get on board or get off.
Another carry.
Sidwell again.
And this one again is going to be Cole Sidwell.
This time about 7.
And this time it's going to be marked at the 10.
Yeah, under a minute in the first quarter by the time this ball.
Between the 10 and the 11-yard line here.
Time out.
So Franklin again, this time Franklin knocking on the door here. And a timeout here has been called. Didn't hear who the timeout was for, but nonetheless, timeout here with 1 minute and 1 second left to go in the first quarter. Score is tied at 7. Franklin about 10 yards away from possibly scoring another touchdown here. And they're on 2nd down and 4. And now Franklin's pep band starting up. Pep band under the direction of middle school band teacher Nicole Wright, as well as Franklin High band director Leanne Rudsip. So coming out of the timeout, Franklin getting ready for their play on 2nd and 10. And it's going to be another carry.
Alex Weber down to the 1 yard line. And that's enough.
Franklin's going to make it to the 1 yard line. These fake carries are totally throwing me off guard. So I couldn't catch who the recipient was for that play. Franklin is able to force their way into the end zone. So Franklin scores their 2nd touchdown of the game, making it 13-7. A big team effort there with 32 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and Franklin takes a 13-7 lead.
Tyrell with the hold.
As the Panthers get ready for the extra point. And not a lot of effort given behind that extra point, but nonetheless it is going to be a good extra point for the Panthers. So the score is going to be now 14-7. And Brockton will start getting ready for their next punt. So it has been a very back and forth game between Franklin and Brockton here tonight.
That's him on the kick.
It is loud and it is rowdy here. Franklin delivers a kick. And the receiver is number 6.
To a scrum at the 28-yard line, where Brockton will take over 1st and 10.
That was Jerry Mighty, I believe, who handled that punt return.
The Room Restaurant.
So Brockton is going to be 1st and 10 on Brockton's 28.
If you need it. Get yourself a little soda, some chicken nuggets, whatever they got, go get it. Tom Syed sent me.
So Brockton ready for their 1st and 10. Here we go. A carry right there is going to get Brockton pulled back before they reach the line of scrimmage. However, there is a flag on the play. That's going to be a penalty on Franklin's part. That's going to be a face mask.
There's a flag on the play.
That looked like a really, really strong pull on Franklin's part.
Looks like it's going to be against Brockton. Hold on, Brockton. That penalty declined. Play resulted in a loss. 2nd and long.
So the penalty is going to be declined, interestingly enough. So you would think that Brockton would have taken advantage of that by scoring a few extra yards out of that, but instead they decided to decline. And they'll just go with a 2nd and 10. Looks like we're going to have another timeout.
Triple zeros, and at the end of the first quarter, the score is yours.
Not a timeout. That's actually the end of the first quarter. So with the end of the first quarter, here we are getting ready for the start of the second, which will be a couple of which will be a couple minutes ahead of us. Franklin leading the game by a score of 14-7 against the Brockton Boxers. And thankfully, the light rainy mist that we had here has cleared up at this point. So hopefully it stays this way for the rest of the game, as both teams move to the opposite side of the field, to the 25-yard line.
Alex Weber, 92-yard touchdown. Luke Turco, 8-yard touchdown run for Brockton. And Willie Tyrell, 1-yard touchdown run for Franklin.
So Franklin's pep band, you probably can hear in the background. They're certainly loud enough. So the second quarter about to get underway. Brockton at the 25. Second and 14. And a throw there. That's going to go to number 10, Jaden Lopes-Ribeiro.
Pickup of about 10 on the play. It's going to bring up third and
So
3.
Franklin gets about 9 out of that one. So that's going to be a third and 4. So Brockton getting ready for their third down. And Brockton is going to get sacked big time. Franklin takes them back to the 25-yard line. So that is going to be a big loss for Brockton. It's going to make it 4th and 14.
In a punting situation for Brockton.
So this time, Brockton won't have a choice but to punt. I thought they lost a little more yardage than that, but the scoreboard says that they lost 7 yards on that play. So it's 4th and 11. Nonetheless, it's going to be a Brockton punt. Franklin almost gets a hand or so on that.
Punt rolls away from
that one's going to roll sideways and out of bounds.
Looks like the 40-yard line. Where Franklin will take over 1st and 10.
So it looks like this ball is going to be marked at the 40-yard line. We'll see where that's going to officially be marked. And yep, just shy of the 40. So here comes Franklin's offense. So 1st and 10 for the Panthers here. And a carry is going to be happening here. Brockton's right there. So Brockton will stop them from scoring any yardage here.
It's like a jet sweep to Stephon Reed.
If Franklin hasn't lost any yardage here.
2nd and 10.
They got a few inches out of it, so it's going to be 2nd and 9 here. So Franklin does get a yard out of that. But again, Brockton's quick defense right there to stop them from going any further. So 2nd and 9 here on Franklin's 41. It is loud and windy here. here we go. Franklin with a running play. That's going to be tripped up by Brockton.
Tripped up after a gain of about 2.
Frollo again.
Maybe 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
So Franklin gets another 3 yards. Gets 3 yards out of that one. So 3rd down and 6. And the ball is marked at the Franklin 44. And here we go. Franklin fakes it one direction. Brockton's going to knock this receiver out.
And a complete pass to Jack Fairweather, and that's enough for Franklin.
This is number 85, Jack Fairweather. Yes, number 85. So a massive, massive gain on that play brings the ball up to the Brockton 21. Oh, the Brockton 24. The Brockton 24. So 1st and 10 now. Excuse me. 1st and 10 here on the Brockton 24. Ooh, and Franklin loses that one. And Bianchetto is just going to drop on top of that ball to make sure it doesn't get picked up by the Boxers. So a couple of yards lost on that play. Oh, quite a few yards. Six yards lost on that play. So it's going to be 2nd down and 16. Ball is going to be marked at the Franklin 31, or the Brockton 31. Eight minutes and 17 seconds left to go in the first half. This game being brought to you, viewers at home, by Franklin TV. Ooh, and that ball is going to be a touch overthrown. A couple of receivers in position for that one. They were looking for it, but the ball lands just feet ahead of them. So incomplete pass there for the Panthers. It is going to be 3rd down. So 3rd down and 17. And here we go. Bianchetto tries to throw it a short distance, but unfortunately it's going to be too short for his. It's going to be too short a distance for his intended receiver, Chase Kyriakopoulos. So this will be 4th down and 17.
Incomplete, then bring up 4th and long.
So we'll see in the next.
Timeout, Franklin.
So we're going to have what I believe is our, well, as far as I know, is our first official timeout for the Panthers, although they could have made another timeout during the first quarter. So referee's trying to signal the scoreboard to stop the clock, because that was running for a few seconds. They do get it reset to 7 minutes and 43 seconds. So Franklin trying to figure out what to do here on 4th and 17. just like with Brockton during the first quarter, they're in a position where they can't really punt the ball away. So they could either try to make up those 17 yards or go for the field goal. And they're gonna go for it. So 4th down and 17. And here we go. Bianchetto fakes it. Ooh, a nice play right there, but it's going to be picked off by Brockton.
Pass is intercepted by number 52.
That throw was intended for Frollo, but it's going to be picked off by Brockton. So it's 7 minutes and 37 seconds left to go in the first half. Brockton recovers the ball on their own 25. So plenty of time for Brockton to make some action happen here. Try to get themselves to the opposite side of the field. And the carry here is going to be handled by number 26.
Oh, it's Weber on the
Mike
tackle,
Abessa.
number 28. Marlon LaForest on the carry. Check that. It could be number 26.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 4 on Brockton's 30-yard line. And another carry. And again, handled by Besa.
Besa carries it into the scrum. Close to a 1st down, but there's a flag on the play.
But there is a flag on the play.
And Brockton is the initial call.
So looks like it's going to be a penalty on the Boxers.
That's a spot foul. They're moving back 10 yards. Repeat, 2nd down.
So the ball is going to be marked back at the 25-yard line. So a big loss of yardage there, which is going to make it still 2nd down. Second and 10 here. And another carry. This one's not going to go far. They might get 1 yard out of that.
Ryan Conley and a couple other Panthers.
So 1, maybe 2 yards out of that. So it's going to be marked at the 25. Roughly the 25, 26. So it's going to be 3rd down and 9. Six minutes and 9 seconds left to go in the first half. And this time Brockton's going to go for a big throw. And that one is going to be incomplete. Great coverage there. Great coverage there by the Panthers. That ball is intended for number 1, Jaden Lopes-Ribeiro.
Covered on the play by Johnny Duffy.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 9. Ball still on the Brockton 25.
Punting situation for the Boxers.
And it looks like we're going to have another timeout. This time for the Boxers.
Duffy back to return.
Wind picking up a little bit here. But it has been a slightly moody day.
No, that could be Jared Mighty kicking the ball.
So 4th down. So I believe that was 4th down and 9. As a punt by Brockton is going to go all the way out to the 50.
Punt is down by number 45, Deron McNeil. Franklin will take over 1st and 10 from their own 49. 5 minutes, 45 seconds. You might want to beat the rush. Get up there, get yourself a pizza, some chicken nuggets.
So again, we thank you viewers at home for tuning into this match on Franklin Pride TV, both on cable and on YouTube.
You want to get it now.
Franklin leading this game currently by a score of 14-7. 5 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the first half. Franklin with the ball on their own 49-yard line. 1st down and 10. And here we go. Bianchetto passes it on to Frollo. Nice carry. Frollo's going to get at least 10 yards out of that one.
Carries by, look like Cole Sidwell.
So that ball is going to be
Andrew Frollo. He goes 11. And
so that ball is going to be marked at the Brockton 39. So Franklin 1st down. As another carry is going to be passed on to Frollo. And this one again, he's going to make this one out to the 25. So the ball is now marked at the Brockton 25. So it looks like Franklin is eager to make happen what they couldn't do earlier during their last possession. They do have plenty of time left in the 2nd quarter. As another carry right here. Oh, and a fake off.
Bianchetto calls his own number for a gain of about 7.
So Franklin's going to gain another 7 yards out of that one. So it's going to be 2nd and 3 here on the Brockton 20. A nice play right here as a carry again by Frollo.
Close to the 10, and another Franklin.
And Franklin now has number 7, Will Terrell, in as the QB. So Terrell making good progress here for the Panthers. Under 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Ball is marked at the Brockton 12. Another 1st and 10. And here we go. Terrell Fixon is going to take it himself, and he's going to be marked at roughly the 6-yard line.
Pick up on the play of 5. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 5 from the 7-yard line. Clock ticking, 3 minutes.
So the ball is going to be marked at the Brockton 7. So 2nd and 5. Franklin again knocking on Brockton's door here. Can Franklin do it this time? Terrell gets the ball. This time he hands it off to Frollo, and Frollo finds a wide open spot there to run into the end zone and scores Franklin's latest touchdown. So that's going to make the score 20-7 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
SM on for the extra point.
So Frollo again scoring some big plays during the course of this game, just like he did during the Wachusett game last week. Franklin getting set up for the extra point. And the extra point is good. So 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the first half. Franklin increases their lead to 21-7 against the Brockton Boxers. Wind picking up a little bit here. But to a degree, I'd rather have it be wind than rain, or snow for that matter. So Franklin getting ready for their next punt.
Looks like SM on the kick and Jared Mighty on the return for the Boxers.
Ooh, can't get the punt going without setting the ball here, so. Franklin kind of forgot about that part for a second. So now we are ready. And it's going to be a big punt. That is going to be caught in the end zone. So that'll bring Brockton out to the 10-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up at the half, the Brockton High School Marching Band will be proud to present the 2024 show, Fuego. The show is tribute to the rich musical traditions of a variety of Latin cultures. As always, Brockton
so again, a very lively crowd here.
To perform for you and repeat.
Mostly on Franklin's side of the field, as could be expected.
They will be under the direction of band leader Andrew.
So the ball is going to be marked at the 20.
Susan Goodwin May.
Carry there by Brockton is going to be picked up immediately. And Brockton stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Timeout Franklin.
And a timeout is going to be called by the Panthers.
Loss of 1 on the play.
So the ball is going to stay on the Brockton 20, so Coach Todd Kiley, having a little chat with his team. And again, you might be able to hear the Franklin pep band in the background here. So coming out of the Franklin timeout,
the Red Rocketeers are taking it to Taunton, 21-0. Still 4.
Brockton now ready for their second down and 11.
Mansfield up 21-0 against Johnston, Rhode Island.
And that carry is going to go to number 21, who's running for it as he moves the ball to the Brockton side of the field.
Turco goes for about 40. There is
21,
a flag on the play.
Luke Turco with that play, so he's going to gain a number of yards out of that one.
Looks like the Turco run is coming back.
It turns out there's actually a flag on the play.
Holding
so that's going to bring the ball right back. So the penalty is going to cost them another 10 yards here, bringing the ball back to the 20, back to the 20. Wow.
Second and 20 for the Boxers. 2 minutes to go in the first half.
2 minutes left to go in the first half. So still second down. 11 yards to go. Brockton going deep for this one. And it is nearly intercepted. A lot of great coverage there on number 4, Jaden Wooten.
Deflected by
he had at least 3 Panthers on him.
Walsh also in on the play.
So Brockton throwing into some heavy traffic there, but luckily for Brockton, it is not picked off by the Panthers. So that's going to make it 3rd and 11.
3rd and 10, clock stopped at 1:35.
So Brockton ready for 3rd down here. And here we go. This time going for a short pass, but that is going to be ruled incomplete.
Going to bring up 4th down. 1:29 left to play. I've just been handed a note.
So that is unfortunately for Brockton going to result in 4th and 11.
Big tip still remains.
So Brockton sends out their punting unit. Brockton not having a lot of luck on this run. Franklin with a receiver at the 50. And that is number 6.
To the 40, where Franklin will take over 1st and 10.
Number 6, John Duffy, who received that punt, and he's going to bring it up to roughly the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Panthers with great field position here, being on the Brockton 40-yard line. 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go in the first half. And Franklin leading the game by a score of 21-7. So Franklin having a little chat with Coach Kiley. Looks like we've got Bianchetto back out there. And here we go, Bianchetto looking for a receiver. He's having a hard time finding one, so he's just going to throw it off out of bounds.
Pass thrown out of bounds. Going to bring up 2nd down.
So that'll be 2nd down and 10. Ball still at the Brockton 40.
A reminder at halftime, the Brockton High School Marching Band will present Fuego, a tribute to the rich musical traditions of the variety of Latin cultures. They are honored to perform this for you, and they are representing the City of Champions. Will be under the guidance of Director Andrew Fontuccio and Susan Goodwin-May.
So Franklin ready here for 2nd and 10. Bianchetto goes for the short pass.
Screen to Frollo, no gain on the play, timeout.
No gain on the play as he passes that one on to Frollo. So it's going to be
that.
3rd.
I've been now informed that the Brockton band will be playing after the game.
So it's going to be marked at the Brockton 41.
And our band will be performing at halftime.
Starting to get a little bit more chilly out here. But it is mid to late September at this point, so it's bound to start getting
so stay in your seats for the
colder out here
floats, which I have not been
as the football season progresses.
I cannot tell you who's floating what, but I do have the write-up on the Franklin Pep Band, and I'll give that to you in a minute.
So Franklin getting out there for 3rd down and 11. Being shitty. Ooh, that ball's going to be a touch overthrown.
Pass intended for Fairweather, incomplete. It's going to bring up
that pass was intended for number 85, Jack Fairweather. And his hand is just out of reach. So this is going to be 4th down and 11 now. So Franklin is going for the punt here.
Big Hayden Riley on the kick.
4th and 11. Here's the punt. And that's going to bounce into the end zone.
Rolls happily into the end zone where Brockton will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So this will bring Brockton again back to their 20-yard line. 52 seconds left to go in the half.
Once again, at halftime, if you go up and get some food, make sure you thank the Franklin Gridiron sponsors, Franklin Pizza and Deli, George's Pizza, and the Rome Restaurant.
Again, you can hear the voice of Franklin Sports, Kevin Papa, in the background. He was here for most of the home games for Franklin High football. So Brockton ready for their 1st and 10. Here we go. He goes for the short pass. And Brockton's gonna get a yard or two out of that one.
Looks like the tackle was made by number 10, Chris Ionelli. I'm not sure if that's right or not.
So it'll be marked at the 21-yard line, 22-yard line. So 2nd and 8. Clock continues to wind down. Brockton go up. And that's gonna
flag on the play.
That's gonna be a yellow. That's gonna be a flag on the play.
Incomplete.
And some of the Brockton coaches are not thrilled about that call.
Too many men on the field.
Yeah, the Brockton assistant coaches were not thrilled at all about that call, because it sends Brockton back a few yards. And here we go. Brockton again trying to get something going here. 8 seconds left to go in the half. And at this point, the clock is just going to wind down. And that'll mark the end of the first half. So Franklin will go into the locker room with a current score of 21-7 against the Brockton Boxers. And we will be back in a few minutes for the start of the second half. Stay tuned. Welcome back for the start of the second half of this high school varsity football matchup between your Franklin Panthers and the visiting Brockton Boxers. Franklin leading this game by a score of 21-7 as both teams start getting ready for the start of the second half. Continuing to get chilly out here as we get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back to the second half of action. Franklin kicking off, Essen kicking back.
So Brockton will be receiving here. So Franklin get ready for the punt.
It'll be Jared Mighty on the return. Mighty with the catch at the 3-yard line.
See how far Brockton's able to go with their return here. They get up to roughly the 22-yard line, having gotten the ball at roughly the 5-yard line.
Michael Thompson.
And it looks like there might be another. There's another flag on the play here.
Personal foul on Brockton.
So this penalty is going to send Brockton back a few yards. Nearly where Brockton wound up receiving the ball to begin with. So
Personal
the ball is going to be
blindside block on Brockton. Going to move it back to the 8-yard line where Brockton will take over. 1st and 10.
If Kevin Papa, the voice of Franklin Sports, is to be our reference point, it was a personal foul by Brockton. So that's going to send them back at least 7 yards. So the ball is marked at the Brockton 8-yard line, 1st and 10. As a carry, it's going to bring Brockton out to their 15-yard line. This carry is handled by number 21, Luke Turco.
Picks up about 7 on the play.
So 2nd and 3. And Franklin is able to stop them before they get to the line of scrimmage there. So
Chris Ionelli got into the backfield fast. Loss on the play.
So the ball will stay on the Brockton 15, 3rd down. Brockton with 3 more yards left to go before they can score 1st down here. And Turco able to make some forward progress here.
Turco carried by tackled by a couple Panthers. Somebody 4th and 3.
So the ball will be marked at the 16-yard line. So Brockton doesn't have that much further to go here. So if they're able to...
Big punt gets across the 20-yard line, enough for Brockton 1st down. The punt was faked by Jared Mighty.
Slight technical difficulty right there. On the broadcast side of that, so... Not something that happens every day, folks. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. But Brockton was able to gain a 1st down out of that, so it's 1st and 10 at the Brockton 23.
Luke Turco on the carry, pickup of nothing, maybe a loss of 1.
Ball is going to stay on. It's going to be marked at the 26-yard line, roughly 25.
Raffle tickets are on sale up there for the lottery
So
raffle
second
by
down.
the freshman football team. You might want to go over there and get yourself a lottery ticket. I think they're worth like $10,000 and growing.
So Brockton going for a short pass here, but it's not going to be handled. The intended receiver being number 6, Jared Mighty. But he cannot keep a grip on it. So that's going to be 3rd down and 11.
Check that 3rd and 11.
So again, we thank you viewers at home for tuning into this game on Franklin Pride TV, both on cable and on YouTube. Brockton ready for 3rd down here. And Brockton nearly sacked there, but they do make a very impressive one-handed catch there. So Brockton's going to score a few yards out of that. We'll find out how many. This ball will be marked at the Brockton 24-yard line.
4th and long, 4th and 8.
So 4th and 8. So it looks like Brockton's going to be going for the punt here. Ooh, instead they're going to fake it out. Wouldn't be the first time that they've done it on this offensive run here.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, never happened. Fake punt doesn't go for a first down.
With that play, Brockton able to make a conversion on downs, and so they get 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line, I believe. Yes, the ball will be marked at their Brockton 30. 8 minutes and 31 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. A nice fake-out play. That led to their conversion on downs. So 1st and 10 here. Brockton tries going for a carry. There's going to be a flag on the play.
Crowell's run picked up a couple, but there is a flag on the play.
It's going to be holding on the Panthers, so that's going to be an automatic, or it's going to be a roughly 10-yard penalty. Ball is now on the Brockton 40. So that play is able to get Brockton a little further down the field. And that's going to be a timeout. Timeout called by the Panthers.
Last chance to get over there. Get yourself a shirt, a sweatshirt, a hat, a hot dog, some popcorn, some candy, a soda.
So a fairly slow-paced game here.
Big
at
winner
Franklin High
tonight.
School.
I don't know who it's going to be, but a big winner tonight. They're going through the stands now. The Mrs. Ellison Gupta
still a full crowd here
winning
for the Panthers,
tickets.
but that doesn't quite shock
tonight.
me considering that Franklin is leading this game by a score of 21-7. 7:21 left to go in the third quarter. So both teams coming out of the Franklin timeout. So Franklin with a carry, and there's actually a flag on the play, which isn't good. And Brockton's going to bring them down. So a loss of yardage with that carry being passed on to Kyle Walsh. So false start on the Panthers, which is going to bring them further back. Or at least the ball is going to be marked at the 50-yard line, so.
Franklin Gridiron Club would love to welcome Steve Gatewood 2.5 hours late to the game. Way to show your support, Tex.
So the ball is marked at the 50-yard line.
Can you hear me now? First and 25 for the Panthers at the 50-yard line.
First and 25 here. So Franklin's got a yard of yardage to catch up on here. So first and 25. Here we go. Bianchetti is able to pass it on, and Franklin, that play is made to, that completed pass is made to Kyle Walsh. He's going to get the ball to at least the ball is going to be marked at the 39. So Franklin gains a lot of ground with that play. So the ball is marked at the Brockton 39-yard line. Bianchetti. Ooh, that ball is almost intercepted. Almost picked off by Brockton. But it's going to render the pass incomplete.
Third and 19.
So it's going to be
fourth down, check that.
So it's actually going to be fourth down now. I thought it was third down and 19 myself, but scoreboard changed a second or two later, and Kevin Papa and I both checking the scoreboard. So with 4th and 9 being the current state, Franklin sends out their punting team. And they're not messing with anything. They're going to go for the actual punt. Ball is going to be picked up at the 5-yard line. Brockton gets an additional 5 yards out of it. So
big punt goes down to the 1-yard line. Big Forgon on the tackle. Brockton will take over deep inside their own territory. First and 10.
So we'll see in a second where that ball is going to be marked at.
5:56 left to go in this third quarter.
If the scoreboard is to be believed, the ball is going to be marked at the 12. Pretty close to it, so 1st and 10 at Brockton's own 12-yard line.
Freshman class is walking around selling that raffle. Huge raffle.
And here we go. Brockton with another carry. And they are able to get another roughly 8 yards out of that one.
Carries by Luke Turco. Picks up about 7 or 8 on the play. 2nd down.
So roughly 8 yards on that play. Ball's marked at the 20. 2nd and 2nd down here. And Brockton goes for a big throw. That's going to be blocked. That's going to be knocked out of the intended receiver's hands. That was for number 4, Jaden Wooten. So that's going to make it 3rd down. Ball on the Brockton 21. Wind picking up again here at Piscini Stadium. And another carry is underway, but Brockton's not going to get that much further with this one.
Ball gets it across the 23-yard line, and that's enough for a Boxer 1st down.
So Brockton able to get the 1st down out of that, so it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Brockton 23-yard line. 4 minutes and 46 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Franklin still leading this game by a score of 21-7. And Brockton almost able to break through the Franklin defense there. They do get a few yards out of it. So it's going to be 2nd down and 5 at the Brockton 23. Flag on the play here.
False start on the Panthers.
False start.
Nope, check that. It's pointed the wrong way, so it's on Brockton.
Ooh, it's actually going to be a call on Brockton. So 2nd down here. And Brockton is almost sacked. But they do throw that ball away.
Ball is thrown helplessly out of bounds. 3rd down.
So Brockton getting a little bit lucky there. Able to throw that ball away and keep them from being sacked. And causing having even more trouble right there. So it's going to be 3rd down. Ball on their 23rd. And that's going to be a completed pass. Brockton able to score a 1st down and then some. They get that ball out to the 45-yard line.
And that's enough for a Boxer 1st down.
So Brockton scores a big 1st down there with the ball marked at their own 44. 3 minutes and 27 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. As they set up another carry, they get a few yards out of that one. So it's going to be second down and 5.
2nd and 5.
Ball is at the Brockton 49. And Brockton moving quickly on that second down.
Ace's carry pick up about
They're going to get another 2, maybe 3 yards on that play. So it'll be 3rd down. Yeah, they get roughly two yards out of that, so it should be 3rd and 3, which is what's reflected on the scoreboard. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the quarter. But again, Brockton, which was going with their strategy, which is slow but steady progress here. So 3rd down. Brockton going for a long throw right here. That's going to be an incomplete pass.
Ball intended for Ribeiro, incomplete, out of bounds. It's going to bring up
that ball was a good
down.
couple of feet in front of its intended receiver, so that's going to bring the ball back to the Franklin 49. Under 2 minutes left to go.
Last call for the Raffles. Last call for the Raffles. Drawing will be held at the beginning of the 4th quarter. Somebody's life will change.
So 4th down and 3 here for Brockton as another timeout is called. It has been a slow but steady game here. But Franklin is maintaining a 21-7 lead here.
Timeout on Brockton. Once again, last call for the raffle tickets. Last call for the raffle tickets. Last call for the snack stand. Last call to get yourself a sweatshirt. Time to make a run up to the convenience store.
So for those of you that are just tuning in, you are watching Franklin High football on Franklin Pride TV, both on cable and on YouTube. Franklin facing off against the visiting Brockton Boxers. And the Panthers have a 21-7 lead with just under 2 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Brockton on 4th down and 3 here. Carry here. Brockton's going to score it. They break free. And Brockton is cuts just short of a touchdown there. An incredible run there by number 21, Lou Turco. And it looks like the ball is going to be brought back a little bit from where Turco wound up, but nonetheless, Brockton is able to make it a 1st down and 10. Ball is marked at the Franklin 28. And another carry. This one going into some heavy traffic. So if Brockton does score any yardage, it's only going to be a few.
No gain on the play, 2nd down.
So it's going to be 2nd down here. Ball is going to stay on the 28. So no gains made on that first play, so 2nd and 10. I'm sure Brockton would like to put another score on the board here. Brockton goes for a deep throw, and they cannot make it happen. Brockton's intended recipient had two Franklin defenders on him, but that ball is going to be thrown out. Ooh, the ball is thrown a little long, but there's going to be a foul on the play. So a 15-yard penalty on the Panthers is going to bring the ball up to the 18-yard line. So a big penalty there by the Panthers is going to put Brockton within reach of a field goal, if not necessarily a touchdown. Although I'm sure they're aiming for a touchdown. They might have gotten a yard or two out of that play. Ooh, and Franklin's got a player down.
Flaherty's run for about 1 yard. Nope, yeah, 1 yard.
Franklin's trainer, Jen, out there to take care of that, hopefully only a minor injury. That player was holding his kneecap as he tried to hop away from the action there. So a small injury timeout. .46 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Franklin is still 21-7. Brockton knocking on Franklin's door here. They have the ball at the Franklin 13. So it looks like the player who had the injured knee was able to run off the field fairly easily, so that's a good thing. Brockton on 2nd down and 9.
2nd and 9. 46 seconds to go in the third quarter.
So the ball on the Franklin 13. We'll see what Brockton is able to come up with on 2nd down here. Brockton looking for a receiver. They find the open player, but that ball is going to be flag on the play there. That one was very hard to miss. So it's going to be a penalty on Brockton.
Game on Brockton.
So that's going to send Brockton back about 10 yards. Actually 15. Ball is going to be marked at the Franklin 31, I believe, 32. Oh, I actually ticked. It's actually, sorry about that, folks. The ball is actually going to be marked at the Franklin 27-yard line, roughly. So Brockton with 3rd down and 25 now. As they try to get that ball to an open player, they do. Ball is almost picked off by the Panthers. They gain a few yards back on that play, but it's but it's not going to be enough for them to get an easy first down. And with that play, time has run out for the third quarter.
That'll tick us down to the end of the third quarter with the score, Franklin 21.
So at the end of 3, it is Franklin 21, Brockton 7. And Brockton will have the ball at the opposite end of the field. So 12 more minutes of gameplay left to go in this game.
Your lottery tickets, we're ready to roll here in between the third and fourth quarter. I have $1 million winner in my hand. Oh my God, I'm so excited. The winning ticket, 5143769. 5143769. You can pick up your basket of tickets.
So as both teams get ready for the start of the fourth quarter, I'm listening to Kevin Papa in the background.
5143769. As long as it's not Steve Gatewood, I'm good.
As they get the raffle for tonight's game underway.
Welcome back to the start of the fourth quarter.
Franklin cheerleading squad dancing to the music of the Franklin Pep Band. So 4th down and 19 here at the top of the fourth quarter. Brockton has a lot of yardage to cover here, but they've been able to make miracles work here before, as that ball is going to be thrown into the end zone. Does not get to its intended recipient, and so that's going to be a turnover on downs.
We have a winner. Looks like the fix is in, but I'm not going to say anything.
So with just 5 seconds having gone by in the top of the fourth quarter, turnover on downs. Franklin will pick it up 1st and 10 on their own 23.
17.
Yeah, ball is going to be marked at Franklin's own 23.
Sorry about that, the 23.
So Franklin ready to go, 1st and 10 on their own 23 here. Franklin with the carry. And this is again going to be Frollo.
Frollo with the carry. Goes 10 yards, and that's enough for Franklin.
He's going to be able to get 10 yards out of that carry, and that's going to be enough for a Franklin first down. So a good effort there on Frollo's part to get through the Brockton defense. Ball is now on Franklin's 33-yard line. Clock running down. 11 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the game. What has been a slow-moving game here, at this point at any rate.
Frollo on the carry goes about 3 yards.
And another carry right there is going to give Franklin another few yards. They get 4 yards out of that, so it's going to be 2nd and 6. Ball is going to be marked at the Franklin 36-yard line. So Franklin now getting ready for his 2nd down and 6.
We'll lay a game on Franklin and move it back 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 12.
Ooh. Penalty on Franklin's part is going to send them back 6 yards. Or 5 yards. It was 2nd and 6. Franklin faking another carry as Franklin runs the wide open space here. Wow. A great fake off there by number 7, Will Terrell. Will Terrell is able to make that fake out pay off big time. He finds himself in an open space, and wow. Franklin able to score their latest touchdown, making it 27-7. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Franklin now getting ready for the extra point. And the extra point is good.
And with 9:50 left to play in the game, Franklin 28, Brockton 7.
So with 9:50 left in this game, score is now 28-7. Franklin having scored 2 touchdowns tonight on incredible runs. That last one done by Will Terrell in Franklin territory, and once he faked that carry, he just took off with it. So, wow. A highly impressive performance here by the Panthers tonight as they get ready for their latest punt. And here we go. Brockton picks that up at their 10-yard line, even though they initially dropped it, but they do recover. And they are going to be stopped at roughly the 14-yard line, if not the 15.
First man down there with the tackle. Brockton takes over at their own 15.
So the ball is going to be marked at the Brockton 15. First and 10. In what continues to be a slow and steady game here, in spite of those 2 very, very quick touchdowns by the Franklin Panthers. Brockton with a carry of their own, but they're not going to get far with that one.
Ball is carried into a plethora of Panthers.
They'll be able to get a few yards out of this one.
One, maybe nothing on the play. Second down.
It is going to be second down. And evidently no gain on the play, so second down and 10. So Brockton ready for second down. They go for a passing play. And that play was intended for Ramel Johnson. And Brockton able to get a few yards out of that one, so it's going to be third down and 5. And it looks like it's going to be a timeout call by Brockton. or actually by Franklin. So 8:30 now left to go in the game. And even though there's still plenty of time for Brockton to make something happen here, Franklin has made it very difficult, if not impossible, for Brockton to try to catch up to them scoring-wise. Again, the Franklin marching band, excuse me, Franklin marching band doing their thing. As Brockton gets ready for third down. It's going to be a flag on the play. False start on the Boxers, so that's going to send him back a few yards. So it's going to be 3rd down and 10. Ball on the Brockton 15. Brockton looking for someone to pass it to. They do get it. They do complete the pass. Brockton doing everything that he can. That went to number 19.
On the 25-yard line.
Shamir Williams. He does get a few yards on that play. And Brockton did not waste any time getting their second down done. So we're going to see what's going on here. So it looks like Brockton was able to score themselves a 1st and 10 there. So Brockton able to continue on with their possession here. So 1st and 10 at Brockton zone 26. Looking for a deep throw, and an incredible catch right there by Jaden Lopez Ribeiro.
Big gain and a 1st down for the Boxers.
He's able to make that play happen out on Franklin's 45, excuse me. So a big gain on that play, as that's going to be 1st and 10 on Franklin's 44. It looks like Ribeiro is down on the ground. That was an incredible catch there. And the clock has stopped here. 7 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in the game. So Ribeiro is still down on the ground here. Certainly hoping that he's okay as he's being tended to.
Hey, let's give Jaden Ribeiro a nice round of applause.
He's able to get up and get some help walking off the field. It's good to see these players be able to walk off the field on their own, even if with a little bit of help. So first down and 10 on Franklin's 44. Oop. QB was not paying attention to that play. That winds up being a fumble.
Snap is must. Julian Ribeiro.
It's either a fumble or an incomplete or a.
Franklin takes over. First down.
Yep. So that's going to wind up being an inadvertent fumble on Brockton's part, and Franklin is able to recover it. So that's going to be a turnover there. And Franklin will get first down and 10 on Brockton's 44. Franklin in excellent field position at this point. So again, first and 10 on Brockton's 44. Yeah, unfortunately with that last down, Brockton's QB was just not paying attention. And Franklin, that looks like it's Frollo.
Andrew Frollo gallops about 24 yards.
Again, making a big play for the Panthers. If it wasn't for that Brockton defense, he would have taken off there and possibly scored another touchdown for the Panthers. But Brockton is able to take them down at the 21-yard line. So Franklin with another first and 10. Franklin with a carry as they try to make that ball go through some heavy Brockton traffic. They get a few yards out of it.
Cole Sidwell on the carry picks up about 8.
So 8 yards. If Kevin, 9 yards if we're going according to what the scoreboard says. So second down and 1. Ball is on the Brockton 17. So second down, and here we go. Ooh, another fake out.
Willie T scampered across the 10-yard line. And that's enough for Franklin.
That'll be enough for Franklin first down. So it's going to be first and goal. Ball is marked at the Brockton 5-yard line. Five minutes and 17 seconds left to go in the game. And another carry here. Franklin working their way through some heavy Brockton traffic here. They'll get a few yards they'll gain a few yards out of this play.
3-yard line, 4:55 and ticking.
Looks like it's going to be marked at the 3-yard line.
Gridiron Club would like you to know that we're back here again.
So it's going to be second
against Duxbury High School,
3.
defending Division 4 Super Bowl champs.
4.5 minutes left to go in the game. And Franklin just doing what they can to kill the clock at this point. They're under no pressure. Especially after they make that carry at number 9.
In for the Franklin Panthers touchdown!
Cole Sidwell, number 9, going in for that what could be the final touchdown for the Panthers. And that's going to make the score 34-7 with 4 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in the game. Franklin now going for the extra point. And the extra point is good.
Essence extra point is good, and with 4:14 to play in the game, Franklin leads 35-7.
So 35-7 now. It has been all Franklin here tonight, folks. It has been a very long football game. But Franklin will walk away from this game victorious tonight. As the Panthers get ready for their latest punt. Wind picking up again. Not freezing out here at Piscini Stadium, just a little bit chilly.
Mighty on a return.
So Franklin ready for the kick. Here we go. Brockton picks it up at roughly the 9-yard line. Flag is on the play. As Franklin forces them out of bounds at roughly the 40-yard line. A lot of laundry out there on the field.
All sorts of flags on the play.
So we'll see what happens here as the refs decide what to do here. Holding on the Boxers, and there's going to be another penalty on the Panthers. So those penalties are going to cancel each other out here. So the ball will be marked. And
they're going to march off the hold, and then they'll march off the personal foul.
So there was a personal foul that's going to bring.
Which puts it down right on the 40.
That was confusing. Ball is going to be marked at the Brockton 40. So Brockton 1st and 10 on their own 40. As they hand that ball off. And that carry is going to be good for a few yards.
Looks like James Brusso was in on the tackle.
So yes, Brockton is going to score at least 3 yards. 2 if you go by the scoreboard. 2nd down, another carry. Brockton's going to get by the 50-yard line.
Yes, on the carry, enough for a Brockton 1st down.
So with that play, Brockton is going to get enough for a 1st down at the 50. It's actually going to be marked at the 49. With 3 minutes and 10 seconds, it's going to be interesting to see if Brockton is able to put at least a field goal or a touchdown on the board here. They have time to get something going here, but whether or not Franklin will allow them to progress that far forward, that remains to be seen. As after that play, they score another 4 yards. Another 3 yards. So it's going to be 2nd down and 7. And clock continuing to wind down here. Brockton with another carry. This one's going to be stopped at the 42-yard line, roughly.
Yes, on the carry, picks up about 4 or 5 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
So it's going to be 3rd and 2, roughly. 3rd and 3. Brockton needs to move fast if they want to get something, if they want to try to put a few more points on the board here.
Yes, on the carry, enough for a Brockton first down.
They were able to get a first down there. Clock still continuing to wind down. 1.5 minutes left to go in the game. And another carry here. This one being moved to the opposite side of the field. So under a minute left to go in the game. Brockton moving a little bit more quickly here. But they're not really moving fast enough to indicate that they want to try to get a touchdown going here. 40 seconds left to go in the game as they get another carry going. Franklin's going to stop them at the 19-yard line, roughly.
Clock ticking under 30 seconds.
Yeah, Brockton's in no rush here. They clearly won't be able to tie it up.
Again, a reminder, the Brockton marching band will be on the field performing their show Fuego immediately following the game.
And with this final play, ooh. That is going to be an incomplete play, but with that play, the clock is going to wind down. And Franklin is going to take this game against Brockton by a score of 35-7. So Franklin making a couple of big plays here that result in massive touchdowns for the team. And Brockton with their lone touchdown does put some points on the board. But Franklin is able to walk away from this game with a massive victory against the Brockton Boxers. So that's going to do it for our coverage here at Franklin High School. So once again, the final score being Franklin 35 and Brockton 7. And for Franklin TV, this is cameraman Chris saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time, Franklin sports fans. Have a good one.